New York is fast. It's faster than any other city. The way that New York would just take me from place to place without my making plans felt so magical and fortuitous. New York becomes your boyfriend or your girlfriend. And even though the city has become so gentrified and it's becoming more and more difficult for artists to survive and exist in New York, it's still such an incredible cultural melting pot. Eugene Lang is a division of the New School that is located in Greenwich Village. It's the school where I graduated from. You know, I grew up on the Upper East Side, and the Upper East Side is a very different neighborhood from Greenwich Village. So when I started university, it was the first time that I felt like I could have an identity in New York City that was independent from the identity that my parents had given me. And the New School was such a special place because I feel like for the first time in my life, I was encouraged to think for myself.
The students have a chance to be a part of a major university with the country's best design school.
McNally Jackson is a small independent bookstore at the intersection of Soho and Nolita, and they carry a lot of titles that you might not be able to find at a traditional bookstore. After I moved downtown, I went through a phase of spending every single weekend at McNally Jackson.
The real core of this store and the real reason it exists has always been to try and open people's hearts and minds by reading.
The most seminal books that I purchased from McNally Jackson were anything by David Sedaris, Consider the Lobster by David Foster Wallace, a book by George Saunders called The Brain Dead Megaphone. This is actually the first time I've ever been to museum, which is a modern natural history museum here on the Lower East Side, particularly because it is built entirely into one abandoned freight elevator, and the only way to access it is down a dark alleyway. Within the very small museum, there are also very, very tiny exhibitions, and one that's going on right now is called Unintentional Villains. We'll find objects that unintentionally ended the lives of people. I don't want to leave this museum without making a small contribution, so here's my shoe. Hope I didn't kill you. So we are ending this journey at Jack's Wife Frieda, which is one of my favorite restaurants in New York City. It's been around for about 6 years, but this location on Carmine Street is just about 2.5 years old. The owners are a lovely, lovely, very hospitable couple, one from South Africa, one from Israel. And I think what they really wanted to do was build a location that felt like an extended living room, like you were at home.
I'm Dean, this is Maya. Jack's Wife Frieda, it's more than a cafe or a restaurant. It's almost, we feel like it's a way of life.
And they have a cocktail named after me, which I creative directed. Margarita Medine. There's carrot juice, lemon juice, a touch of fresh ginger, and tequila. All you have to do is shake it well, and then you drink your Man Repeller cocktail.